Good morning. I really shouldn't be taking your time or my time to come up and talk about the two things I'm going to speak today, and I know I've got 3 minutes. I'm talking about two things: scheduling and bus cleanliness. I've been a vacation relief driver for 3 years. Here's 3 years of my schedules. Vacation relief. And I did a quick count today. Out of 150 weeks of these assignments, there's 78 routes in the TriMet system. In a little under 3 years, I've driven 70, 78. So I know a little bit now about scheduling. I haven't driven one route for 3 months. I've driven 70. And my comments today are directed towards the chief of scheduling, and you know who he is. If you were to ask the 1,100 drivers or so, what's their number one complaint working here at TriMet? It's unworkable schedules. Why does unworkable schedules bother me personally? Well, number one, my restroom breaks are compromised. Number two, when I'm late, it's human nature to try to speed the bus up, or maybe push an intersection on a stale traffic light. I mean, that's just human nature. You're tempted to leave the bus stop before the passengers are completely seated. Some days, the first 3 hours of actual driving, and again, this is my experience out of the 70 odd routes that I've driven in 3 years. Some shifts, you literally go the first 3 hours for a 7-minute break. That's not safe. It's not healthy either. On longer routes, and I'm doing one this weekend, the 12 that goes from Sherwood to Gresham, that's a 2-hour and 20-minute route. I have driven some of these paddles, not all of them, but many of them, where you go 2 hours and 20 minutes, and your break on the other end is 22 minutes, but you're 17 minutes late, so you have a 5-minute break. To eat, to urinate, to rehydrate, to get up out of the seat, and boom, in 7 minutes, it's 2.5 hours back to Sherwood. But what the paddle doesn't show you is then at the end of your shift, you have a 25-minute deadhead. So in reality, you're driving close to 6 hours for many times 7 to 10-minute break. Now, is that safe? Is that healthy? And I think if you were to ask, most of the drivers would tell you that the number one complaint is scheduling. I shouldn't have to come to a board meeting to tell you that, but I want what Alan said. I wish you would come up and get out of your seat and come ride with us, because I'm not exaggerating. I've actually taken pretty good notes on which routes and which paddles are good and which ones are not. So I challenge the head of scheduling to do a better job. The second subject today is going to be the condition of the buses. I brought my little bag up with me today, and I start every shift with 2 clean rags and a bottle of window cleaner. Over a year ago, each garage lost 2 bus cleaners. I start each shift now on Saturday and Sunday, 20-25 minutes before I actually leave the garage. I'm actually mopping the floor and cleaning the windows. This picture was taken Saturday after cleaning 1 window. And this is not an exception, this is the rule. That's 1 window, 1 rag, and 1 cleanup. I'm cleaning now 2 buses a weekend, and I figure after this sign up, that's 12 weeks, I will have cleaned up 24 low floors at the Merlot fleet. I have documented this with video, I've documented this with pictures. The inside of the condition of the buses are deplorable. So I'm directing this testimony to whomever made a decision to lay off those 2 bus cleaners at each garage. Bring those bus cleaners back, because I would like to see one time the people that are responsible for making these decisions to come up to the drivers and the general public. We have failed you. Richard Clark made that statement, and I'm making that statement. I live in a clean house. I drive a clean car. Why should I and the general public be forced to be driving in filthy buses? Please take note of that.